you think we can also edit the gene to actually enhance traits, like you mentioned, like intelligence, or
Yeah.
can we do that as well? Where do we draw the line then?
So again, that's where we have a lot of debate going on. The question is, how do okay, to answer that question, yes, maybe not now,
In the future.
because but never say never. So I believe that in the future we will very well be able to predict those things genetically, and we will be able to edit the DNA to enhance those characteristics. So there are currently debates about whether or not that's something that we should do. There are people who believe that genetic enhancement is something that we should be thinking about, something that we should be happy to do, and there are people who think that absolutely not. But that also begs the question, what do we refer to as enhancement? Where do you so everyone agrees that genetic editing should be the research priority should be given to diseases, especially those for which we have no cure. But the thing is, as we go along, there would be a problem with drawing the line between diseases and things that are not necessarily disease, or between disabilities and things that are not necessarily disabilities. Right? So in some regions of the world, being very short is a disability, right? So for example, if you think about yeah, I don't know if I should be actually speaking of those conditions on this podcast, but yeah, there are conditions, physical conditions that for example, deafness. So if you think about deafness, right, should we genetically manipulate an individual to treat deafness or not? It depends on who you ask. That's what
Yeah,
you would
yeah.
say, but someone who is from the deaf community will probably not say that because it's like, okay, myself and my wife, we cannot hear, but that's a part of our lives. That's a part of our identity, right? And we want our child to not be treated for deafness because they are part of our community. So there are really problems about where do we draw the line? What is enhancement, right? Is being unable to run fast a disability? Is and it also it's a very so again there are things that are black and white, but there are many things in the gray. There are many things in the gray area